Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
And
We did
Jay
have a
is not.
Jay.
Jay.
He's got
He'll
lost
be
in the.
he'll be working out how to turn his camera on and all
There
that
he
stuff.
is.
So give him a second.
Ah, lovely.
No, I wasn't invited in. I'll have you know. I'm the only
Yes,
motherfucker that was here last month, and now this month this happened.
Yeah, you're late
Yes,
this week.
this-
That's all that matters.
Well, there is a reason why Andy, Alex, and Dennis are former escapees
That's true.
due to last
That's
month's
true.
conflict.
Yeah,
Anyways, shall we start?
Let's do it.
absolutely.
Let's do it. How many have we
Excited.
got? Who
Very
have we
excited.
got in the audience? Okay, okay, I can see. This is weird. Not
I
being
can't
in charge.
see the audience. Oh, they're underneath.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Or they're to the right. If you open the chat on the right, Jay, you can have the little chat going.
Oh, good. Yeah. I'd like to say hello. Hello, everyone. Lovely
Hey,
to see you
team.
all again. I want to say thank you to Ree and to Flux for coming to my band's gig. That was above and beyond the Call of Duty. It
Don't
was
worry, Jay.
so lovely to meet you.
I was
Don't
very
worry about
confused
it.
when
I'm not
there's a
thanking
picture
you.
of penis
I'm
next to
not
Ree's
thanking you.
tattoo. Very confusing.
You bastard.
That's
It was
outrageous.
fucking Guildford. It took me at least half an hour to get there.
Thank you, Den, for coming to see a band
Thank
you
you.
have played in.
Thank you very
but also, thank you to Flux and Ree, because it was so lovely of you guys to come. I can't tell you how touched I was. That was absolutely brilliant. So I wish I'd got to chat with you longer, both of you. But it's different from a play. After a play, you can come out in the bar and say hello. But after a gig, you have to go back in and pack up the PA. And at the break, you're just covered in sweat and can't think. So, you know. But thank you. It was so appreciated. Right. Sorry about that, DJ. Sorry to hijack.
No, it's
Ready when
okay.
you are,
It's
DJ.
okay. So I assume you guys have read the rules from the document I've sent.
Oh, yes. Oh, big time.
Yes.
There's a lot of rules. I'm hoping
Yes.
that I'll pick it up as we go. I have read them,
Okay.
though. You're going to show us videos. It's spot the difference. And I've been told it's very difficult.
You're
I'm dreading.
absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But I don't think the audience know the rules yet. So let's go over them one more time.
Great, because I've forgotten.
Okay. Lovely start. So it is recommended to use headphones. So Jay.
Yeah. Oh,
Your head
I
right
have
next to
got-
the speaker.
Yeah, you've just lost another 20 minutes of your quiz.
That's right.
He'll figure it out. Keep tracking through the rules while Steve figures it out.
Yeah. Anyways, and
Elmin's left, Jay.
I know this is more difficult than I thought.
Oh dear.
Why do I have to use headphones?
Okay, so slight spoilers. There's going to be a comparison view, and the right channel is for the right version, and the left channel is for the wrong version.
Oh, that's all
So
right.
it
I've got a speaker on it. I'm used to being in a studio. I'll be fine.
Okay then, lovely. So in one level there's going to be 3 viewings, and after a viewing there's going to be a countdown. So in the first viewing, you are going to see the wrong version and then a minute countdown. In the second viewing, you'll see the right version and then the wrong version and then a 30-second countdown. And the last viewing, you'll see the comparison video, which as I said, the left version is the wrong one and the right one is the right version, as I said. And you get a minute and a half countdown. Okay, any questions?
No.
No. Thank you, sir.
No,
Amazing.
I'm good.
Okay, so now we're going to part of the answering. So for each viewing, you can only answer at most 5. So you can go less, but if your answer goes more than 5, it will be ignored.
Harsh
You can
but fair.
type in Yep, thank you. You can type in your answer when the video is playing until the end of the countdown. So if you hear the alarm, please submit your answers if you hear the alarm.
Are we typing them in the chat?
Yes, in this chat. So what's going to happen is you guys are only going to answer in this chat, while the audience sadly have to move to another chat to avoid spoiling you guys the answer.
Oh, special chat.
But if you want
Yep.
to heckle us, you can do that in the main chat.
No, you
What
could
are we-
heckle Jay in the main chat. If you want to heckle me, you have to
Do it
type it
privately.
into Google and then shove it up your ass.
How do we? I missed that bit. Where are we typing our answers? Not in this chat.
We're
In
typing
this chat.
in
In
this
this
chat.
chat.
Yeah.
In this chat.
We are.
But the audience is being sent away to another chat. Like an
Will
exile.
they be able to see our answers?
Yes, they are.
Okay. So we just can't see what they're saying.
Because
Correct.
they'll know that and we will, and that would be spoiled.
Or be nice. Be nice.
Okay. So anyways, let's continue on number 4. Your answer cannot be too broad. You must at least describe it. So you cannot say, for example, the song is wrong. You have to say maybe this is not the correct version of Just a Job.
Okay.
Okay. And number 5, if you find a mistake within a mistake, you can put it in your answer. So for example, this let's say so let's say it's Just a Job, a default. Just a job finale in the points of your life, but one of the lines is from the other path, which is, for example, political. You can't put that in as an answer. Does that make sense?
Not really. I'm not following that. But I'm
Okay.
We're not going to know anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, okay.
We'll
Okay,
write the
lovely.
thing that's wrong.
Yeah,
Hmm.
basically,
Also,
we
number
identify
6.
what's wrong. Right?
Yes. Okay, number 6. You cannot use the same answer from the previous round unless the answer is half correct. So if any of you said an answer, you cannot use it in the next round.
What? So if we get it wrong, and then the
No, if you
next
get
one
it-
is correct, we
You-
can't
if
say
you
the
get it-
correct answer.
No, you
You
can't.
can't
You
say
can
the same
put in
thing
your
over and
correct
over
answer.
again.
No. What I'm trying to say, if for example, Jay gets the correct answer and then Dan puts the same answer, Dan won't get the point.
Oh, so
Got you,
first
got
one
you.
to get there.
So first one, first serve.
Yeah.
got you.
Okay.
Oh, I get it.
Because there's 3 rounds, progressively easier.
Oh, you don't get
on
the
each
point
video.
twice. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you can
but
get
yeah,
it in round 1, no one else gets a chance to get it.
But if you guys
So-
said the same answer in the same round, you both get the point.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
right. So
perfect.
we can, because
Okay,
obviously you get the
see.
first watch, and if we both said the backdrop should be green and it's blue, but we both say it, we both get the points. But you can't then say the backdrop should be green and
Because
it's blue in
we've
the next
seen
round because we've
Jay's
already
answer
identified
from
that.
last time.
Yeah.
If
Yes,
you don't
that is
hit
absolutely
submit,
correct.
yeah, because you hit we all hit submit at the same time, yeah.
Got you.
Yes, correct.
Oh, right. So we don't
Got
press
it.
enter during it. We just type in
No.
and then we press enter in the chat at the end. Gotcha.
So we
The end
all
of
submit
I
at
thought
the
it was
same
like
time.
I thought it was like a buzzer thing. So you just kind of all type in as soon as you can to go and take it. But
No, it's
You can do
until
that,
the
Andy, and give me
final.
other jobs.
There will be an example round. So
Great.
cool.
okay, so there's now scoring. There are 3 kinds of score depending on the answer difficulty. 1 for easy, 2 for normal, apologies, and 3 for hard. If your answer is detailed, you get additional 1.5 points. So, for example, you can say this is the wrong version of Just a Job, but if you say this is the just the swing version of Just a Job, not the just the rock and roll, you get the additional point.
Okay, so points for specificity.
Yes, that is
Half
correct.
point, yes.
Okay, so and if your answer is half correct, it will be half from the base answer. So, for example, your answer, the correct answer is worth 3 points, but you get it not quite correct. You only get 1.5.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Generous.
I presume
Okay.
you're going to tell us what's fully correct and half correct. We're not going to have to work that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to deal with it, DJ.
I've got them all right.
Well, we'll see. It's quite
Yeah, won't we
notorious.
though? Such confidence.
Oh god. Okay, so anyways, and
Yeah.
there's also going to be bonus points because in the first viewing there's going to be an additional 1 point bonus, and the second viewing there's going to be 0.5 bonus. And the
only
third
know
round
the
isn't going to be any bonuses because it's already side by side. I think you can see it for yourself already. So okay, next.
All right.
Now, so this is for you guys. So as I said before, you may only answer in this chat, in the stage chat, and you are not allowed to be aided by the audience.
Unless you want to DM me, guys, he'll never know.
Please don't. Please don't.
Don't
Just in
cheat,
general, do not
Dennis.
ever DM Jen anything, even if he's trying to sell you his bits. Like you don't want it.
Yes, do not encourage him.
He's still selling his bits down the docks.
Yeah,
Got to make money.
in the
Gotta
tough
make
old time.
Man's got to eat.
I've got mouths to feed, mate.
God forbid a man has a
They
hobby.
just so happen to be sailors, all right? That's all I'm saying.
He knows his market.
Okay. Okay, anyways, moving on. So of
Probably
course
best.
you are not allowed to you are not allowed to open any other channels, of course. And it is recommended to not speak during the viewing, but if you guys want to communicate, you can do it during the countdown.
Right.
Okay, so now next is the rules for the audience. So this is for all the audience, all 30 of you who are watching. So of course, you are not allowed to help the dev. Please, we want this to be fun. For us, maybe, not for them.
Thanks, DJ.
I've seen how people reacted, and they were very mad. So I hope you all have fun. And of course, because this chat is going to be strictly going to be only able to be written by devs, you all have to move to the general dev stream chat. And also there is going to be poll for the countdown music. So a little bit of interactivity for you guys.
A little bit of fun. A little bit.
Not the music from Countdown then.
Yeah, there's going to be a few musics for countdown. And of course, any questions?
Great radio program.
No, I think that was good. That was pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do
Okay,
it.
lovely. And
Let's
of
do it.
course, good luck. This
Thanks
is
very much.
in the while I'm changing the channel settings, you might read the credits.
Well done, all.
A
that
lot of very
contributed.
familiar names in there.
Yeah.
Excellent work, everybody.
You've got an emotional support jug.
Oh,
I've got
well,
one of those. I've
the
got
thing
two of
is,
those.
the jug looks really eerily similar from the one in Heatwave. So,
Hmm.
Fits
well,
with your life
more reasons
theme.
to get one.
How long have we got till we start, DJ? Have I got enough time to fill my water up?
Oh, well, do it now because I don't think you guys are going to have to break.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
All right.
Go, Dan, go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to get mine as well. Right,
Yep.
let's do it.
Go
We're
on.
not having a break. I'm going to get ready.
See, I filled up before because I figured this might be a thing.
Well done.
The only
You
one
get
who
an A
prepared.
plus. You get an A+.
I have a wireless headset, so I can do this from downstairs. You know, I can.
I am
I
learning,
don't
though,
have-
because if this was
Lovely.
in school and they had told me that I wasn't allowed to do something, I would have just fucking left. So the fact that I asked permission is actually a bit of a step forward. See how much progress I've made in my life.
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to share this with you guys. So this is going to be the Excel sheet that I've made with my blood and tears. So if you guys have an answer, I can just put it down. It's going to be in automatically.
Very good.
Nice, good
great.
job. So we can fill it with our blood and tears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look. I mean, look how long this
That
is.
is insane.
Yeah. There's a reason why Ree got mentioned 3 times in the credits.
Good job, Ree.
Right,
No.
come on then, let's do this.
Okay.
Old college
Okay.
student.
Okay. So everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is going to be the introduction round. Please don't mind that because we are waiting for you guys. So this worth no points. This is just for introduction. I think Dan have seen this, so you can set this one back.
Great.
Okay, so I'm going to play the wrong version of this.
Fun guy. Unexpected news today as two familiar scientists announced the birth of an extraordinary child. The underground struggle of doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svolsborg and Horgensvoort captured the hearts of people around the world.
Okay, so now I'm going to play a countdown that starts now. Hold on a second.
That's a great
Lovely
bit.
choice of music.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And do we hit submit?
Yes, please.
Jesus, that you ain't gonna miss that.
Okay, so now I have to put this in the... There we go. Now I have to put this in, which is going to be slightly take time. Oh, okay. So question, do you guys want to immediately from this or from the chat, or do you want me to put it in here?
I'm happy with it in the chat, whatever.
That is fine. Yeah.
It's easier for
Yeah,
you.
whatever's easiest.
Yeah, okay. So I'll put it in the chat because this is going to make so much time. Okay. So Andy says there shouldn't be a baby in the headline photo. Sadly, that is incorrect.
Oh,
Picture is from a different headline. Can you specify a bit more, please?
Yeah, it's the wrong picture. It's from the baby one.
it's the mushroom baby.
It's the mushroom baby instead of
Well, not entirely correct, but I'm just because this is the introduction, I'm just going to give you a point. Also, can you explain color different in background?
Yeah, the background of the news studio is the wrong color.
That is sadly not correct.
It is a little
Okay.
bit, but
Looks green to me.
I tried my best to make it similar. Then you have to understand.
I do.
And Jay said, wrong photo for the news story of Wong and I cannot say her name. Yes, that is correct. So you get same points as Alex. So in this example round, Alex and Jay both have 2 points.
You screwed it,
Yay.
Andy, by being too specific about your answer.
I know. I thought we had to be specific. I didn't know I could just write wrong photo.
Well, that is why I
you'd
initially
got
asked for a
bonus.
specification.
That's why you get extra points as the risk. If you'd got it right, you would have got bonus points.
Yeah. Anyways, so now we are in the second viewing where I played the right version, then the wrong, and then a countdown. Okay, let's start now.
Fun guy. Unexpected news today as two familiar scientists announced the birth of an extraordinary child. The underground struggle of doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svolsborg and Horgensvoort captured the hearts of people around the world.
Now I'm going to play the wrong version.
Fun guy. Unexpected news today as two familiar scientists announced the birth of an extraordinary child. The underground struggle of doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svolsborg and Horgensvoort captured the hearts of people around the world.
Okay, now the countdown, which is have been carefully selected by the community.
I like this, that we could have changed through the countdown.
I like the fact they picked music, yeah.
Answer now, please. Okay, let's start with Andy. So the background of the headline photo. Okay, so now because Jay and Alex has said that in the previous round, you cannot use that.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I thought they saw it was the mushroom baby. I didn't hear they actually said it was the background. I missed that. Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, apologies. And Al has already said the same answer from the previous round, so sadly, no bonus points there. Also, music wrong in newsroom. That is actually correct. Well done. But since you didn't specify, you won't get the bonus point. Dan has a wrong setting for the picture. That's already answered in the previous round. And Red Studio, not blue. Can you explain that, please?
That's the music. I didn't put music after it, but it was the Red Studio news headlines, not Blue Studio.
Oh, you are close. But I'll still give you the initial correct one. But for the bonus, that is not correct. And Jay has said correct version of the main back in Dryland. That is already answered in the previous round. So
Yeah, got it.
in
I
this
understand
example
now.
round, where the scores doesn't matter, Alex has 4.5, Dan has 2.5, and Jay has 2.
What
Talk
does
about
Andy
points
have
not
here,
mattering.
Andy is at 0.
Is he?
Well,
I
I'm
just-
sure.
I just
I
can't
think the
wait. Yeah.
points. I think this points really matter. In
No,
this
no,
one.
no. We went into this. You know, it's a very different strategy if the points matter.
See. Yeah, fair enough.
Well, sure. Anyways, let's move on to the comparison view. As I said, the left video is the wrong one, and the right video is the right one. So
DJ, we're
let's start.
moving on because there's still more differences to find. Is that correct?
There is one more. Just one more.
Okay. Okay.
Fun guy. Unexpected news
Okay.
today as two familiar scientists announced the birth of an extraordinary child. The underground struggle of doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensvoord captured the hearts of people around the world.
Oh god, not this one. Well, prepare yourself with the countdown music.
Oh, fuck off.
Fucking hell.
Don't apologise to Andy. He
Now-
made the sounds. We apologise to the rest of us.
This is
By
how
the way,
difficult
Dan-
this is going to be, lads. I've already played this one, and it took me till that to get it right.
I think if Andy is accidentally run over by a horde of rampaging bulls or something, we should let what remains of him go into the crematorium for this. So he goes out through the.
I think it's good for him to be in his early 30s and for us already to know what we're going to play at his funeral. That's a pretty good
Fucking hell.
in life.
Also, by the way, please do not answer up before the countdown finishes. I think it's
Oh,
slightly.
sorry.
I think you guys
'cause we have
got
to wait.
too excited, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
I
good
did
news,
have
Andy.
that,
You
just
don't
to be
get
clear.
to listen
I'm
to
just
all of
okay.
this because good for you, Andy. You don't need to listen to all of this now. Okay, of course, you guys got it. The zoom out, and honest to God, that is the most difficult thing I had to edit.
Yeah, zooming out.
Fucking
Yeah, the fact that we didn't notice until we saw them side by side shows that you did a good job.
Thank you. It took like 4 hours
hell.
Bloody hell.
for an example round at that.
Yeah.
So that's
But
fun.
I think it was a great
That's
example.
the
round.
level
A lot
of
of
detail you get on these streams, guys.
Okay, so we're going to move to easy, but I have a question. Dan has seen the easy level, so I made a
What?
backup just in case.
I haven't. I saw that level.
So do you want to play the original easy level, or do you want to play the backup version?
Which one
I don't
is
think I've-
easier?
I don't think I've seen these yet. I thought that was the one that I saw. With
Okay,
the zoom
since
and the glass.
so it seems like Dan has forgotten, so it's still up to you three to decide. Do you want to see the original one or the backup version?
Let's see the original, and if he gets them all right,
Let's do
then
the original,
I'll
that's
kick
what I'm
off.
fine. Yeah, and if
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not. I saw that one. And I forgot that it zoomed.
Yeah, and
I
also,
don't think your
okay.
opinion is going to count for that.
yeah, and
Okay.
We're
if
going to
Ben
vote on it
wins,
afterwards.
yeah, if Ben ends up
Okay.
winning the overall quiz, it will be null and void because he's already played it.
Yeah. Or he has to win by more than the points he gets in this round.
Yeah, Dan has to win by a lot.
That's because I was the only fucker that was doing the streams while you lot pissed off. Now I'm being punished for it.
No good deed, my friend.
Fucking unbelievable. Right, come on,
Okay.
DJ, let's crack on. Let me smash these
Yep.
fuckers.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so now the first viewing starts now.
Well, in just under a minute, we're going to be joining the gang live for a very special live episode of Live and Spooky. But before we do, there's just time to look at tomorrow's highlights here on Channel 1. At 10 a.m, we continue our series on household budgeting, The Lady Balances, where Valerie Sellery's got her hands full with a difficult ledger. Mid-afternoon, viewers can join Adrian Atkinson Blimey on a tour of another of the country's great buildings in Adrian's Architects. And let's not forget our late evening film tomorrow night, Schrodinger's Cravat, a tale of the forbidden love between a mathematician and a costumier set in the early 1800s. Not one to miss. That's just some of tomorrow's treats here on Channel 1. But now, without further ado, it's time to turn out the lights and keep your wits about you as we pass the airwaves over to the paranormal. Are you receiving me, Wayne?
Okay, the countdown starts now. Please do not answer before it finishes, okay? Just in case.
Interested to see what you boys have done.
Okay, please submit your answers now. Oh, we are missing. Okay, never mind. I thought I was missing someone. Okay, let's start with Andy. And of course, you're first as you're the CEO. Okay, wrong back. This is what I mean by specifying what is wrong with the background. But that is, what do you mean by not using the right one?
Well, it's not using the live. The audio is the live and spooky coming up later, leading into the live and spooky level, but the background is not for that coming up later.
Okay, I'll accept that. So you get 2 points from that. Lovely work. And then let's go back to Jay. Wrong background video, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
same
now this
thing
is
as Andy.
right then. I cannot say no to that now, can I?
Well, no,
Not really.
it's just the wrong background video, and I think the music is from the time loop, but I'm not certain. But I don't think that ambience is right either.
Ooh, that is a half correct answer, Jay.
Okay, that's good. Half is good.
That is good.
Yes, it is. Okay, now music is okay. Al, would you kindly explain what do you mean by music?
I
from?
don't know where it's from, but the music doesn't go with that coming up later. I don't know where it's from, but it's the wrong music.
Okay, you're also going to get a half point from that one. Loco is wrong. Can you explain that, please?
Something looked weird about it. I don't think it is. Maybe it's just the animation on it or something, but I thought there was like a different... The Channel 1 logo, I mean by that.
Sadly not. And one of the shows is from different coming up later. Can you?
I'll tell you which
Leave
one
us-
next time round.
All right then. Sadly, that
It's
answer
just a guess.
is that answer is void. And
Uh,
then it should be green background. Thank you for specifying. You get you get additional point for that.
well done.
But then he has done this one before.
No, I haven't. You wankers.
Don't worry, Jay. This is the easy answer, so he won't get much point.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
this is the hard
um,
level, isn't it?
No, this
Yeah,
is
this
the
is the hard
easy.
one. You should
This,
get bonus points.
yeah,
Oh,
this
you
is
mean
the
like
first
instead-
one.
Right. So the
Easy
extra point.
question.
Yeah, but
Difficult
it's the
round.
it's the hard level of the easy question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Anyway, I'll
Well,
take
let's
it.
move on. Not intro to Live and Spooky with other credit. What?
What does that mean?
Can you explain?
Basically,
please?
the rest of those credits, I don't think go into Live and Spooky. I think there's other shows that go with the Live and Spooky. So I think the Live and Spooky bit has been edited on.
I see. Well, sadly, that is incorrect.
Fair enough.
And Fish
More
Backward, I
specific
don't
than mine.
think you need to explain that is also incorrect.
Incorrect. Oh,
Yes, it is
interesting.
incorrect.
Okay.
Okay, so now we are going to go to the correct version. Are you guys ready to be blown away?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's start.
Well, in just under a minute, we're going to be joining the gang live for a very special live episode of Live and Spooky. But before we do, there's just time to look at tomorrow's highlights here on Channel 1. At 10 a.m, we continue our series on household budgeting, The Lady Balances, where Valerie Celery's got her hands full with a difficult ledger. Mid-afternoon, viewers can join Adrian Atkinson Blimey on a tour of another of the country's great buildings in Adrian's Architects. And let's not forget our late evening film tomorrow night, Schrodinger's Cravat, a tale of the forbidden love between a mathematician and a costumier set in the early 1800s. Not one to miss. That's just some of tomorrow's treats here on Channel 1. But now, without further ado, it's time to turn out the lights and keep your wits about you as we pass the airwaves over to the paranormal. Are you receiving me, Wayne?
Okay, now we move on to the wrong version again.
Well, in just under a minute, we're going to be joining the gang live for a very special live episode of Live and Spooky. But before we do, there's just time to look at tomorrow's highlights here on Channel 1. At 10 a.m, we continue our series on household budgeting, The Lady Balances, where Valerie Celery's got her hands full with a difficult ledger. Mid-afternoon, viewers can join Adrian Atkinson Blimey on a tour of another of the country's great buildings in Adrian's Architects. And let's not forget our late evening film tomorrow night, Schrodinger's Cravat, a tale of the forbidden love between a mathematician and a costumier set in the early 1800s. Not one to miss. That's just some of tomorrow's treats here on Channel 1. But now, without further ado, it's time to turn out the lights and keep your wits about you as we pass the airwaves over to the paranormal. Are you receiving me, Wayne?
Now to your countdown.
Sorry, don't read that.
Okay, submit your answers now. Cut. Well, I mean, there's a point come of age, right?
Didn't see it, to be fair. I'd already written mine.
Oh, Lord. Well, at least it's at the end, not at the start.
It was very near the end.
Mhm. Okay, and
Well,
let's
Penalise
and
me.
in a change of pace, we are now going to start with Shay, which the community has swiftly reacted with big red tomato for some reason.
Big red. Oh.
Tomato
Wow, that's
or tomato.
amazing.
Anyways, no ambience music in the original. That is correct. The new ambience is from level. Well, sadly, that is not correct, Shay.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, but don't worry though. You still get a point for that. Don't worry. Channel 1 logo is more colorful. So here's the thing. When I tried to recreate the Channel 1 logo, I copied exactly the same as the one used by 10. But for some reason, it still shows up more colorful. So I have to apologize for that, Jay.
Okay, fair enough. I thought those
The colours-
lines in the one actually were new, and they're obviously not. So I've just
no,
never
they're
noticed.
not. That is there.
Yeah.
Okay. Andy has replied with the ambience music from the Sun universe in time loop. Sadly not.
That would have been good though.
I know. I
Yeah,
just I,
but
couldn't, I knew
the-
that there was no obviously in the original, and I thought it'd been added from the Zen universe.
I see. Well,
Ooh,
sadly,
that's
because
scary.
that answer is already set in the previous run, and it's still half correct, you cannot get the point.
Yes, yeah, no. But if I got the correct version, I would have got the other half, right?
Yeah.
No, because the correct answer was there is no ambience music.
Yeah, but no.
That's the
Sorry,
correct
what I
answer.
mean is, if I had got what the correct new ambience that had been added, would that specificity have got me? Because that was half correct in the last one, wasn't it? I thought Jay got half a point for saying it was some thing, but not the right one.
Yes. Okay, let's move on to Al. There's no music in the original, that is correct. And Adrian is spelled wrong. It's Adrian and should be Adrian. That's actually the first hard answer. Congratulations!
Damn
And I
it.
got it
Congratulations,
specific
Alex.
as well.
Yeah.
No, because that's that's just normal. That's how you answer it, really.
Fair enough.
But well done.
I knew that because I think Jay spells Adrian wrong. So I
Well,
think
fun
Adrian
fact.
with an A is the correct way to spell Adrian, but Atkinson blindly
Yes,
spells it wrong.
that is the old spelling, but in the DLC, it's not with an E. Who knows
Oh.
why?
Do you know why? It's because I'm dyslexic and they don't recheck all my work. So that's okay.
Yes, and that's going to come in a lot of handy in the next few levels.
Great, cheers.
They fixed Dennis's spelling.
Okay, and then has replied with no music. That is correct. And time on show incorrect cravat. Do you mean the time on the show the Schrodinger's cravat is incorrect?
I was taking a punt at a hard answer, mate. I wasn't paying attention, so I guessed.
Sadly, that is incorrect.
Yeah, I thought.
Yes, good guess.
Yeah. Anyways, now it's the last viewing, which is side by side. Before we
So there's just
go,
the middle answer. There's just the middle answer to get, isn't it?
no, there is still one easy, 3 normal, and 3 hard.
Oh,
There's only about
Jesus
6 words
Christ,
on this
okay.
thing.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
What have we got wrong?
Okay, let's start now.
Well, in just under a minute, we're going to be joining the gang live for a very special live episode of Live and Spooky. But before we do, there's just time to look at tomorrow's highlights here on Channel 1. At 10 a.m, we continue our series on household budgeting, The Lady Balances, where Valerie Celery's got her hands full with a difficult badger. Mid-afternoon, viewers can join Adrian Atkinson Blimey
Well,
on a tour of another...
damn it then. Well, that answer is now null and void now, so
Tomorrow night,
you guys cannot use that answer anymore.
Tale of the forbidden love between a mathematician and a costumier set in the early 1800s. Not one to miss.
I'm just gonna delete
That's
it.
just some of tomorrow's treats here on Channel 1. But now, without further ado, it's time to turn out the lights.
Oh, what?
Keep your wits about you as we pass the air.
Well, because you accidentally sent the message, so that answer is now null and void and cannot be.
That's I have
Used
that
in
answer
this.
then.
Oh,
You've
but I
seen
was,
this one as well.
No, but I was editing my bloody thing, and now it's
Oh my
deleted
god!
comment.
I am so sorry. You know
I've
what? I'm
lost
going to give
all my-
you.
No, it's all right.
I'm
Carry
going
on.
to
That's
give
what he
you
gets for cheating.
additional.
He cheated.
Carry on. I'm not cheating. Carry on.
All right then. Well, I guess this
Hold it.
music chosen by the community it really captures the mood.
I love this one.
What a day.
God damn.
Fucking missed half of that. I was panicking.
one of these I did half get last time, but I couldn't remember this, like, specifically what the difference was. I just knew that there was something wrong with that, like one of the things, and then I deleted it off. And I was just like, no, I must be
It's next to each other.
Fuck.
DJ.
There's something wrong with this. What a day! It doesn't have the samples on.
Yes.
People
DJ,
have been
is there-
asking me to put these up without samples for ages. How did you get them? Did I send it to you?
No, I have to take it from the cave.
Is it possible? Can I make a request to turn down the music just a tad?
That's
Ooh,
rude.
I don't think I am able to because it's already been exported.
Okay, no worries.
I mean, what you can do is lower down the stream volume, if that helps.
Yeah, I've done that. That's all good.
Okay. So,
Lovely, really.
okay. Why is Andy going to get the big red tomato
From the
treatment now?
from the time loop launch, if you recall, I believe
Oh,
there was a
correct.
reference to me being the Tomato
Yeah.
Man.
But why did Jay
It doesn't
got
actually
sort of-
explain it. It doesn't explain it. I still don't
I presume
understand
it's a
why
reference
you're the.
to that. I don't. I guess I was hot because I was doing a lot of changes, so I was red faced. Is the only thing I can think of.
Oh, okay. No. Okay, sadly, the logo moves at a different time is now voided because accidental turn here.
We all got it. We all got it. We all get the point.
No, you may not.
I didn't get it.
Apologies. Okay, let's start with the second answer. Tomorrow instead of tomorrow's highlights. That is correct. At the 00s at the time. That is also correct. Well done. Now move on to Andy. Tomorrow highlight as opposed to tomorrow. That is also correct. And the times as well, also correct. Well, I think most of you guys get this. Tomorrow, yep. You guys got the normal ones, which is lovely. I'm surprised none of you mentioned the easy one.
Don't know what it is.
I don't know
What
what
was
it
it?
is. I feel like I looked. Wait, we've got one more, no?
No,
No,
that
that
was
was
the
it.
side by side
That
one.
was side by
That's the
side.
last one.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
the last
you're
one,
right.
but I can reveal you some of the answers. Probably more spelling mistakes then. You have to specify.
Yeah, because that. I mean,
you
he's
deleted
just
half my
hedging.
fucking answers, and then
He's
you started
hedging.
talking about it. Then I'm panicking while I didn't watch half the video because you were talking to me. Right. Anyway, carry on.
Okay, apologies for that. I guess we can. I can play the
Don't
side by
apologise
side
to him.
now.
In just
Don't-
under a minute,
yeah,
we're
don't-
going to be leaving.
The wrong version is center aligned.
Oh yeah.
And the wrong version has a capital P instead of a lowercase p. Up next.
Yeah, in up next. Yes, that is one of the hard ones.
Yeah.
What was
Okay,
your
I
answer
didn't
for it?
realise we're looking for very.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I mean. I'm
okay.
in trouble here.
Okay, now in terms of confidence, how much confident are you now?
Zero.
I'm getting there.
I wasn't confident when I started. I remain not confident now.
I'm getting more than I expected, and that's all I can ask of myself.
Okay, then.
I'm worried because if you told me I've seen this before, then I don't have a fucking clue about any of these.
Oh dear.
I-
Okay, now this is going to be the normal level. Shall we start?
Let's do
Yeah.
it.
Okay, let's start.
This is Channel 1, broadcasting across the
Nobody
territories.
right in the chat.
Before we go over to join Megan Wolf and the
Please.
team for the national nightly news, there's just time to take a look at what's coming up later on tonight. At 6:30 p.m, it's Territory Trivia, where tonight a group of Menu Centre fulfillment executives from Territory 4 take on our reigning champions, the CCOs of Territory 11. After that, it's a special programme looking back at the life and career of Peter Clement. That's Just a Job at 7 o'clock. At 9 p.m, it's a chance to see the very first episode of Just the Job, followed at 10 p.m. by a chance to see the very last episode of Just the Job. At 10:45, Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey will be attempting to learn the xylophone in Incisors.
And that's immediately followed by the latest episode of our travelogue Across the Territories at 11:30, where tonight Jenny Domina will be looking at the old labour camps of the former Urkistan and how they've been converted into luxury holiday camps for the territory's family breaks. The Territory Weather Report takes us into the daily advance briefing before we spend the night showing you a series of random pages from Terratext, accompanied by offensively inoffensive music. But first, it's over to the newsroom for tonight's National Nightly News.
Okay, now the kind of music that I accidentally fucked up the previous time, so I'm so sorry, audience. Let's play it now. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys your point from the previous round. I'll do that after this. Submit your answers now, please.
Wow. God damn
Okay.
code.
Then you have to realize there's a 5 answer cap.
Yeah, and I'm going broad just to get half points here.
Okay.
Get half of a fish wrong breed, I'll be furious.
Okay, but first,
He only gets his first
Because-
5. You're not allowed more than 5 after.
okay, but first, I should tell you guys the result of the previous round because, well, silly old me forgot. Okay, from the previous round, Andy has 6 points, Alex has 10, Dan has 9, and Jay has 6.5.
Yeah.
9 points. Come on.
Well,
Cheating points.
Yeah,
Well,
9 cheap.
I mean-
not worth anything, are they, though? Because, you know, he's done it once before.
yeah. Okay, now let's start with this. All caps on up next. Sadly, that is incorrect. Wrong music, that is incorrect. Wrong background. Ooh. I'll give
He's
you
just
half
guessed
point.
everything.
Yes, he is.
There
But
can only be a
which is-
certain amount of
which is-
things wrong.
Which is why I'm somewhat mad with this approach.
Look, don't
Time
hate the
song,
player,
you
hate the
didn't-
game.
We are off to a great start, folks. Time's wrong. You didn't. You need to specify.
I'll specify next round.
All right, then with that, Dan only got two points from this round. Territories misspelled. Oh, fuck off. Hold on. I don't think it is, but if it is, I'll be very surprised.
This is
Okay.
Channel 1.
Just a
broadcast
guess. That's the
advanced
word I would have gone for.
Well, it's not.
But was it spelled correctly in the original? Is the
Yeah, I mean, that could also have happened. No,
Okay,
they're correct.
scroll on text is faster. Can you explain that to me, please?
Like, in a minute, the text scrolls upwards, or it's just done it, actually, where we are now. And I think that scroll is faster than the one on the original.
Okay, I'll get you the point, but it's not faster.
Okay. It's just different.
Yep.
I'll take the point, though, thanks, because I am behind.
Yes, you are. I can tell you
Yeah.
though, it actually goes later than the original one.
Later. Yeah.
Okay. Should it be an NN background coming up later? Can you explain that to me, Andy?
It's not the. I don't think it's the right background or the coming up later. And I was wondering whether it's the NNN because they mentioned territories and stuff, which is obviously later on. But I was oscillating back and forth about that one. So I took a punt.
see.
Unlike then, I went specific and wrong rather than broad.
Yeah, which is a shame.
Ended up with the same amount of points, though, didn't we, mate?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll still count that as a half answer. Up next is
Oh.
capitalized when it shouldn't be. That is sadly incorrect. Should be a question mark, just a job. Nope. That is correct. And should be left online. That is correct. The original one
Alignment
is
wrong.
also
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's my fifth
No,
answer.
no. Your fifth one is spelling incorrect, I'm afraid.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
yeah,
yeah,
Oh,
so
shit,
it
it is.
doesn't answer.
Uh,
So then
was
you
more
have, you may
specific.
have yes, as you realize, you may have fucked yourself.
Not for the first time, won't be the last.
Not really. No one else got any of the answers outside of what I got, apart from that one. So I'll be all right.
Okay, so anyways,
I
in
don't
round
think
one,
I'm your main competition here.
so in round one, Andy, Alex, and Dan has 2 points, and Jay is in the lead with 3. So
Me?
good start, Jay. Yeah, you got 3.
Excellent.
I know.
Amazing.
You should be proud.
I am proud, mate. I am. I'm a happy man.
Anyways, now we are up to the second viewing. Are you guys ready?
Do it.
Let's
Yes.
go.
All right, let's go.
This is Channel 1, broadcasting across the territories. Before we go over to join Megan Wolf and the team for the national nightly news, there's just time to take a look at what's coming up later on tonight. At 6:30 p.m, it's Territory Trivia, where tonight a group of Menu Centre fulfillment executives from Territory 4 take on our reigning champions, the CCOs of Territory 11. After that, it's a special programme looking back at the life and career of Peter Clement. That's Just a Job at 7 o'clock. At 9 p.m, it's a chance to see the very first episode of Just the Job, followed at 10 p.m. by a chance to see the very last episode of Just the Job. At 10:45, Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey will be attempting to learn the xylophone in Incisors, and that's immediately followed by the latest episode of our travelogue across the territories at 11:30, where tonight Jenny Demina will be looking at the old labour camps of the former Urkistan and how they've been converted into luxury holiday camps for the territory's family breaks. The Territory Weather Report takes us into the daily advanced briefing before we spend the night showing you a series of random pages from Terratext, accompanied by offensively inoffensive music. But first, it's over to the newsroom for tonight's National Nightly News. This is Channel 1, broadcasting across the territories. Before we go over to join Megan Wolf and the team for the National Nightly News, there's just time to take a look at what's coming up later on tonight. At 6:30 p.m, it's Territory Trivia, where tonight a group of Menu Centre fulfillment executives from Territory 4 take on our reigning champions, the CCOs of Territory 11. After that, it's a special programme looking back at the life and career of Peter Clement. That's Just a Job at 7 o'clock. At 9 p.m, it's a chance to see the very first episode of Just the Job, followed at 10 p.m. by a chance to see the very last episode of Just the Job. At 10:45, Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey will be attempting to learn the xylophone in Incisors, and that's immediately followed by the latest episode of our travelogue across the territories at 11:30, where tonight Jenny Demina will be looking at the old labour camps of the former Urkistan and how they've been converted into luxury holiday camps for the territory's family breaks. The Territory Weather Report takes us into the daily advanced briefing before we spend the night showing you a series of random pages from Terratext, accompanied by offensively inoffensive music. But first, it's over to the newsroom for tonight's National Nightly News.
Countdown starts now.
Okay. I think I did better on that one.
Please specify.
They are different.
Many things have changed.
Please remember at most 5. Okay, lovely. Okay,
Your
we start.
next fish speed.
Of course. Okay, now we start with Al. should be a dot instead of a semicolon in time. In times. That is actually correct.
And your level of detail, Al, is fucking insane. How did you spot
And-
that?
Well,
Dunno.
talent, I guess. And you're the one who made it then, so this is more impressive. Anyways, spelling of briefing has been corrected. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Thank you.
That is
And the
one
middle
of
one?
the hard. Yep, that is one of the hard ones, and you get it. You should be proud.
Can I just say, this is ridiculous. This has turned into a spelling game, and I'm a dyslexic. Well, I'm never going to get these.
I mean, it's also partially not your fault, as the other folks should be checking it, don't they?
Yeah, in theory.
If I can't check everything he's ever written, I've got my own job to do. And the one in the middle,
That wasn't the part of the deal when we signed up to Notgames.
And my second
The
one
deal
was
was
zeros.
you guys do all of my work. Yeah, go on. Sorry, Al. Yes, the zeros. Yes.
Yes, the
Okay.
zeros also.
Oh yeah, of course the zeros. Let's add that. So this round you have 7.5.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Thank you.
Okay, now we go to Andy. Fish moves at a different speeds, so quicker in the correct version and less stuttery. Quicker in the correct version.
Yeah, that's wrong, mate. That is
Around.
super wrong. Wrong way round.
It's really stuttery for me in the fucking wrong version because that was the
You
first
say that, but
one.
one of you then it goes on that Jay said fish are swimming faster and Dennis said fish are slower. So
Yeah, the fish are slower in the incorrect version. That's the
Yes.
mistake.
right, and
They
Jay
are
said the fish
faster,
should
they're-
be faster. Got you.
Yeah, I don't know why then made
No,
this
they're
slower in the
far-
original
that's
version,
what I
but
They're faster in the incorrect version.
No,
They're
they're not.
faster in.
They're not. They're slower.
No, they're not. They're faster.
no.
I'm
They
pretty
are
sure.
slower in the correct version.
Yes, that's right.
I don't
and
know
faster
why.
in the incorrect.
Den's just fucked himself because he could have had that point.
No, I'm doing honesty. I thought they were slower in the. I knew the fish were going slower. I've got it wrong. Move on.
Okay, lovely. But you still get nothing changes because it's your answer is still half correct from the previous round.
Which
Well
means
then.
Andy does get the correct point there because he got it right.
No, he's wrong.
No,
Not
no,
me.
it's wrong.
Yeah, I was.
At least
They are,
half
they're
right,
quick.
because the first half of his sentence
Yeah.
is the fish move at a different speed. I feel like
No,
that's
but they're quicker. They're quicker in the correct version. Is that not correct?
No,
No.
they're slower apparently.
No.
They're slower in the correct
You
version.
will see
and
you
they're
will
quicker.
see in the comparison video, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so 7 p.m. is just a job, not just the job.
That's as it should be.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it changed.
I believe
it's going to
you're
change.
starting to
It's
press
just-
like me.
It's just a job, and then it's just the job, just the job, just the job.
yeah. There's two.
It's
There's one
just a
just a
job,
job,
just
and then
the-
it's two
yeah.
just
Oh,
the
okay. I
jobs.
thought one of the changes was it
Yeah,
was all
but-
just the jobs.
Yeah, that's what I think.
No.
That's what I thought, Andy.
No.
Me
That's
and
why I
you
thought
must
there
have
should
seen
be
a
a
different
question
video.
mark because Anna says just the job, and there's no question mark.
Me
Yeah,
and Andy
and
watched
I
a
don't know
different
what
video.
happened
We
to
put all the same ones.
Mhm. Anyways, also the 001 is correct. Also, and does the text scroll at a different point? Yes, it does, but it's already been answered by Jay in the previous round.
Jay said different speed. I said a different point. That's a time issue, not a speed issue.
Yeah, but DJ said I got half a point for that because it moves at a different time. So you can't then go, oh, it moves at a different
No, you get
time.
a full
after-
point for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said you got half a point because it's half correct, and you need to be more specific to get the full point.
No,
No,
he definitely
sorry.
told her.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jay got the correct
We
answer
shouldn't be
already.
giving. If we're going to give half points for half wrong, surely we should be saying that's half wrong and then leaving it so that you
I
can
got
get
a
the
full
other
point.
half.
I got a full point.
Yours was fine.
Look, I'm last. Don't be churlish.
No, I'm last, mate.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I don't think
Hold
so.
Hold on a second. Let's get
Well, I was
to
last
his
coming into the
answer.
last round, and I haven't got as many points as anyone else this round, so I can't be ahead.
I don't
I
think
may
you
not be
are.
good at this game, Jay, but maths I can do.
I don't think you were, though. I think I'm last. I think you're not listening. Fight,
No,
you were
fight,
6.5
fight.
and I was
fight.
6.
Thank you for the intervention, Flux.
Come on, let's do this because I've got to
Very
eat dinner.
needed. Okay, fish are swimming faster. That is correct. And there's a 0 on them. That is also correct. And the description of incisors, no, that's still the same.
Okay, fair enough. It
So
was worth a
I
go.
mean, at least for now. And geez. You won't like this, Andy. You got 3.5 and Jay has 7
In this
no,
round.
total in this level.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were ahead of me at the end of the first round, which
Was I?
therefore means you're beating me. That's
I
how
must be
that's
playing really well. It's nice of you to point it out, though. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Now we move on to 10. Fish lower, that is incorrect. We have established that. PO different pitch. I swear to God, that's not happened. I got it directly from the game. It shouldn't be different. There's a capital R on report. Nicely done.
Is that right?
Yes, that is right.
God.
The right version doesn't have it capitalized, but whilst the wrong
Fucking
version
grammar,
has.
bitches.
Dan has been secretly
Great.
inserting errors into the game for years just so that
Ready
he
for
can
this.
get points in his quiz.
Yeah.
Incredibly
Good planning
impressive.
then. Impressive planning. And just the job 3 times is sadly incorrect. So at the end, the total scores for this level: Andy with 3.5, Alex with 9.5, Dan with 5.5, and Jay with 7.
All right. Game on.
Yep.
Played.
Impressive work. Now then, shall we move to the comparison views? So now you can see that the fish is actually moving a lot faster in the wrong version.
There's still some to get.
Yeah, how many have we
Yep,
got left to get?
Hold on. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Fucking hell. We are rubbish at this, boys.
Don't worry. The other 2 is honestly quite bullshit, if I'm being honest.
So there's 2 to get. Yeah.
No, it's
No,
4.
There's 4,
that's
but
4,
2 of them
but the
are
other 2
bullshit.
is quite bullshit, if I'm being honest.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's start.
This is Channel 1, broadcasting across the
Also,
territories.
before we continue on, the left version is the wrong one and the right version is the right one. Let's continue.
Before we go over to join Megan Wolf and the team for the National Nightly News, there's just time to take a look at what's coming up later on tonight. At 6:30 p.m, it's Territory Trivia, where tonight a group of Menu Centre fulfillment executives from Territory 4 take on our reigning champions, the CCOs of Territory 11. After that, it's a special programme looking back at the life and career of Peter Clement. That's Just a Job at 7 o'clock. At 9 p.m, it's a chance to see the very first episode of Just the Job, followed at 10 p.m. by a chance to see the very last episode of Just the Job. At 10:45, Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey will be attempting to learn the xylophone in Incisors, and that's immediately followed by the latest episode of our travelogue across the territories at 11:30, where tonight Jenny Demina will be looking at the old labour camps of the former Urkistan and how they've been converted into luxury holiday camps for the territory's family breaks. The Territory Weather Report takes us into the daily advanced briefing before we spend the night showing you a series of random pages from Terratext, accompanied by offensively inoffensive music. But first, it's over to the newsroom for tonight's National Nightly News.
Also, Ray, if you are asked, okay, I'm going to speak to the audience a little bit. Ray, I have to answer the poll so I can see the result. Okay, carry on. The winning music is the contribution. This one's calming one, so that will be helpful.
Has everyone got their answers?
Even side by side, I couldn't see them. What is wrong with me?
I've got a couple, but has everyone got their
I've
answers?
got one. I've got one.
Yeah, I've got all the answers I'm going to have.
Is everyone happy to submit?
I'm
Yeah.
ready to
Oh,
submit.
you're
Andy.
allowed. You're allowed
Alright.
to do that.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. I mean, the
Okay, let's
music's
start.
lovely, but otherwise we're going to be sitting around for a minute just waiting.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm just gonna let the music play while I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice
previous
idea.
face
Yeah, that's
up.
nice.
Previous face up. Okay. I'll count that because the correct answer is that the amount of programmed addition is 6, while the original one is 5. But I'll count that. And what is DAV and ATV?
That stands for Daily Advanced Briefing. Is Advanced Daily Briefing, but I could
Yes,
be asked
that
to write
is
it all out.
correct. That is
Oh
correct.
my god. Spotted.
Yeah. Jay said line spacing decreased after up next.
Yeah, the line up next at the top, up next National
Ooh.
Nightly News, the line spacing
Like that.
underneath it before the programmes start is changed.
Yeah, it is. I've got that one as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yep, that is it. Okay, that's hold on a second. Yes, that's
Sorry, is that
Yeah,
not the
okay.
scrolling text is at a different time where it fades?
no, it's
No,
a different time
even
because
when it stops, it's further away.
yeah, it has different spacings. I'll just going to
This is Channel 1, broadcasting camps.
There. There's that extra
That's that
line on
gap.
the right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's that
which
gap.
oh yeah, I've got that one now.
Okay, hold on. I haven't put in that answer yet. Hold on a second.
Can't believe I missed Advanced Daily Briefing. It's right in my face there now. I can't not see it.
Can't not
Yeah,
see
it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Well,
brilliant.
that's what happens in this game, so should be fun.
Oh yeah, no, is this the one?
The
Yeah, it
wrong
was.
one is circle central light on the right. Excuse me. Central light on the right from top.
Yeah, the
Uh,
left one looks darker to me, but I don't know if that's just my screen. But it looks like there's.
I think it's part of the slow. I think it's part of the slowdown.
Yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's part of
Because
that.
I had
I'm
I had that written down as well, but it's just
Yeah,
degradation in the video.
Well,
Okay, cool.
funnily enough, it's because of the scan lights are it's less prominent on the actual one, whilst mine is more visible, I guess. So it's okay. I still count that though. Also,
So it's not. Yeah, it's due to the scan line. I wasn't specific, but apparently that was actually a thing. Great.
What?
yeah.
Den, I'm so far behind, mate. Don't worry on one thing.
I would have put the
Then you
videos
have to-
brighter. They're clearly two different colours.
Then please
carry
give
on.
Dan, please give Andy this one, please. You are already ahead. Please give this one to him.
Not sure on that, but
Anyways, Tax is closer together on the wrong one. But that counts as Jay's answer, so yeah, that still counts because the spacing thing.
Yeah.
6:30. Yeah, that's technically the same thing.
That's where it starts, where they're bit
Yeah.
higher, but it's what we said. There's an extra
Yeah.
line.
Okay.
Just
So
got another
is-
one looking at
is-
these.
Is the text output in the wrong one? Oh, that is that's half correct on the hard answer.
Excellent.
That's half correct. I'm just going to tell you guys now. Yeah, the correct answer is that the font is wrong.
Yeah.
The font
And what's the
that
difference?
is here's the thing. There's I know you guys use lemon milk, but there's two versions: lemon milk and lemon dash milk.
Oh, Jesus.
Fucking hell.
Well,
But
Dan
the
should know this.
And they're different.
I should know that. I don't make fonts.
Yeah,
You're
you
the one
do.
using it. You're the one
Don't be
applying it.
ashamed.
So.
He loves
Okay, we
making
have
fonts.
to carry on. If not, we won't have enough time
Fine.
for the hard level, for the
Yeah.
extreme levels. Apologies.
Did you include my 3?
Okay, hold on. Okay. So up next, fades in. Sorry, what?
The first
sorry,
line comes in quicker.
Yeah. Sadly, I don't count that.
Okay.
Spacing is wrong between up next and that is one chase. Daily and the daily advanced briefing. Well done. So in this, oh Jesus fucking hell.
What did we
Andy
miss?
has 8. Alex has 13.5.
What did we
Yeah.
miss?
Dan
Or did we get
has
them all?
Dan has 9.5, whilst Jay has 9. So great work, guys.
What did we miss, Steve?
Okay, so one of the bullshit ones is that the background in the wrong version has the circle transition.
Has the what?
The circle transition. So if I think it can show here.
Series of random pages from Terratext, accompanied
Oh, that. I thought that was just it having to repeat because of the speed
No,
change.
the actual footage does loop, but Dan decided to add that transition.
Right.
So
Did I?
so here's
Well
the
done-
thing.
Well done, me.
That transition appears in the other versions of the Coming Up Later. So in the Silence and the Heat Wave, and also the old version of the Tempest.
Ah.
So yeah,
Wow.
this is basically the Uprising Coming Up Later, but it follows the old version of it. So yeah, and yeah, that's the last one. So you guys,
Wonderful.
yeah. So in
Okay.
terms of getting all the answers, you guys did very well this one. Okay, so how much time do you guys have left? Because I might be worried you guys won't have enough time for the last level.
About 20 minutes.
Yeah, if we go quick, we can probably do the last one, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
Okay,
go right
let's-
now.
Okay, let's do quickly this time. So I'm sorry, folks, you don't get choose for the countdown. Okay, let's start.
Before tonight's edition of the NNN, there's just time for a look at what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1. At 6:30, it's time to go to Scritchford Square for tonight's episode of The Scritch. Expect depressed people not communicating properly and ending up in all kinds of no-co situations. At 7:30, it's movie time with Oh God, It's Triplets, a harrowing drama about a family cursed with financial ruin and emotional collapse after the birth of their unexpectedly large family. Followed at 9:25 by our unsettling play, When Katie Went Abroad, which tells the cautionary tale of one brave young lady's battles to survive the cruel administrations of our neighbours. At 10 p.m, it's time for Julia's Diary, where the ever-popular Prime Minister reads extracts from her diary in front of a warm fire. Then at 10:30, it's the latest episode of our drama series, Betterment, which tells the inspirational story of Emily Dennisworth and the brave doctors and technicians struggling to help her shed her old habits and adjust to the new future. Strong language and themes of selfishness there, so not one for the kids. Incisors is at 11:15, and Dr. Adrian Atkinson-Blimey will be looking back on Liberation Day by talking to several eyewitnesses and asking, how did it all go so right? The full territorial weather, fertility and birth report takes us into the daily advanced briefing and pages from Terratext, now featuring up to 16 simultaneous colours. What a time to be alive. But first, time to put on your thinking glasses as we go over to Megan and the team at the NNN.
Good evening and welcome to the NNN. I'm Megan Wolfe. And who's this, you might be wondering? Well, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day here at Channel 1. So I'm joined tonight by my foster daughter, Stacey. Say hello, Stacey. Go f yourself. All right then.
Still cracks me up. Okay, your
Henry.
countdown starts now.
I like that caption.
Thank you. I was really proud of that.
It made me chuckle as well.
My keyboard
I'm
started
not-
dying halfway through that, and I was like, it was doing that thing where it gets delayed, and I was like, half typing, so I have to now
Okay.
go back and recorrect everything that's misspelled in my own answers.
Amazing. By the way, there are
I-
14 things that is wrong in this one. So
Fucking
How
hell.
many?
40,
14.
40.
yes, 14. No, 1-4.
Okay. Whew.
All right. Well, I've only
14.
guessed my. I've only
Okay,
guessed
please
Go.
five.
submit now.
So I don't go wrong.
Okay,
That's
let's get go on with this quickly. My God, not oh God, that is correct. It's 9:15, not 9:25. That is also correct. Hold on a second. Okay, why is please stop reacting to Andy's message with big red tomato.
I like it.
This is a formal request. Okay, so yep, that the 9:25 thing is correct. Territory is spelled wrong. Well done. Very well done.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wrong music under Megan's intro. That is correct. So that's also well done.
Thank you. Quite
Getting
pleased with
woken
that.
up.
Yeah, I'm in it now.
By the way, do you know what's wrong with it?
Yeah, it's not the right bit of NNN music
Why is that?
because there's a beep on the NNN music under it.
Nice. Okay, so I'm just letting you know. The wrong version uses under the ends from the time loop.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
nice work there.
Oh yeah, like I said, there's a beep. If it was headline music, all the headline musics have a beep every second, like
Yes.
the real news does. And that's not on
Mhm.
there because it's from underscoring from later.
Yes, that is correct. Okay, now moving on to Alex. My God has triplets. That is also correct. When Katie goes abroad, I've been cutting from different. That well done.
Oh, well
done.
done.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Okay,
the-
so
you
since
can
no
hear
one
it
answered that,
changes.
since no one answered that, I'm going to keep. If you can answer where it came from, you can get an extra point.
When
That
Kate
is.
goes abroad.
Would you want the level that's from?
Yes, level.
That is from the one where the daughter goes abroad, which is
on.
He knows. Look at his face.
yeah,
In
Andy fucking
5,
know.
I didn't know until that
Oh.
point, but I
I need
think
to know
know
the
what
name. I
that
can't even
is.
remember the name of the
Two,
fucking level. It's level
1.
3.
I'm sorry, it's not.
No, she goes away later than that.
It's what,
Mm.
Andy?
The correct answer is from the 20-week war.
20-week war, of course.
Just a war.
That's level 6. Yeah, level 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it's 7.
Mhm. No, NNN is 8.
Yeah, because you're forgetting
Uprising.
time
Yeah.
loop is 4. Not time loop.
Yeah.
Lockdown.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, channel 1 have
Our
been.
levels are different in the code.
Yeah.
I've
Channel
got
1
to
had
go
been
through
cut off
one
at the
back.
end and bottom. That is sadly incorrect. Channel 1 on the right are slightly fighting out incorrectly. Well, I have made sure very hard to make sure that is correct. That has the same time from the original one. So that's incorrect. Yes, I
Very
have
good.
put so much thought and detail into this one, unsurprisingly. Okay, now move on to Andy. Channel 1 on the right should start with channel, not 1.
That's what I was saying. He's saying the same as where it's.
Yeah, it
It
starts
says
1
channel 1, channel
one
1,
Oh,
channel 1.
yeah. No. It's like that. 7:30 should be Oko instead of Michael. That is correct. 7:15 should be when Katie went abroad misspelled. That is also well done. Incisors.
That was when I was panicking
guys-
with the broken keyboard. I might have just read that one.
You guys really made me second guess myself.
Before tonight's edition of the NNN, several eyewitnesses and asking.
No. It's correct. So Okay, let's move on because we need territory, water, fertility, and birth report aren't in the wrong order. Sadly, that is not correct. Okay, move on to 10. As I said, I'm sorry, I have to speed run this. Music in rock is wrong level. What do you mean by that?
That's not the right music for these titles, I don't think.
For the coming up laters.
Yes.
Okay, that is incorrect. Layout is incorrect times above. Can you explain that, please?
I didn't make these ones, so this is really hard for me. The layout, I'm pretty sure the time's to the left rather than above.
No, sadly not. What do you mean no AM or PM?
The AM PM's after, I think they're just 10:30, 11, 15, blah 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 blah.
Okay, sadly not. Background changing hue. I Ted, you cannot do this to me. The original footage has a different color, and you changed it, so I had to change it as well. That's oh my god. Anyways, moving on. Zoom on Megan cam is zoomed in. That is not correct. So no points for Dan.
It's done too well early on.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't make these ones, and I'm
He
not
hasn't
very
seen
good at
this
the
one
game.
before.
I was going on memory over the last couple.
Wait,
I didn't
you
even
didn't
fucking
make
make.
these?
No,
You
my
didn't
rig
make
made
these?
these.
Oh, well, that explains it. Okay, I'll play the right version now. I don't think there's going to be time for the last level, so apologies for that.
Time before tonight's edition.
Oh,
of
fuck
the
off.
NNN.
Hold on.
There's
I don't know why it's zoomed in.
Before tonight's
There we
edition
go.
of the NNN, there's just time for a look at what's coming up later tonight on Channel 1. At 6:30, it's local programming with What's Traipsing Through Your Territory. At 7:30, it's movie time with Oh God, It's Triplets, a harrowing drama about a family cursed with financial ruin and emotional collapse after the birth of their unexpectedly large family. At 9:15, it's What Music is Best, a rundown of the top-selling songs across the territories. Expect catchy tunes and scenes of an inappropriately sexual nature, not one to miss. At 10 p.m, it's time for Julia's Diary, where the ever-popular Prime Minister reads extracts from her diary in front of a warm fire. Then at 10:30, it's the latest episode of our drama series, Betterment, which tells the inspirational story of Emily Dennisworth and the brave doctors and technicians struggling to help her shed her old habits and adjust to the new future. Strong language and themes of selfishness there, so not one for the kids. Incisors is at 11:15, and Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey will be looking back on Liberation Day by talking to several eyewitnesses and asking, how did it all go so right? That's followed by the Territory Weather Report, Advanced Briefing, and pages from Terrytext, now featuring up to 16 simultaneous colours. What a time to be alive. But first, time to put on your thinking glasses as we go over to Megan and the team at the NNN.
Good evening and welcome to the NNN. I'm Megan Wolf. And who's this, you might be wondering? Well, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day here at Channel 1. So I'm joined tonight by my foster daughter, Stacey. Say hello, Stacey. Go f yourself. All right then.
Okay, then your countdown music starts. Yeah, it's still good, doesn't it? Your countdown music starts now. Please submit your answers now. Okay. Then?
I have nothing
And-
further, Your Honour. I got 0 in the first round. I don't know anymore.
Oh dear. Dot. Okay, so let's start with Al. Dot on the coming up later. Can you explain that to me, please?
The title coming up later has a ... in the correct one, whereas in the other one it just says coming up later.
Jesus. I'm sure that's not correct, but I'll check.
Tonight's edition of the NNN.
Well, that's not correct.
It's time for a look at what's coming up later before tonight's
Fair enough.
edition of the NNNs.
I put that as well, Al, so clearly I've been watching the same one as you this time around.
Patterman is at the bottom list. Well, I'll count that. Well, it should go. There's a different. There's a reason why. I don't think you guys. Yeah, you guys noticed it. So, hold on a second.
I have now, but I've already
I
submitted
have
my
now,
answers.
yeah, but I've
They're
just
on
seen
here.
it again. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Jay, what's traipsing was the missing and the new one? Yes, that is correct. Okay, hold on a second. Oh yeah, somehow that I'm surprised you guys didn't mention that what's traipsing through your saturator is missing.
So
Also,
closely,
spacing
everything.
before PM. That is Jay. You got the hard one, so
Well
Nice.
done.
very well done. That sorry, that's dance space.
Yeah, put it in there, mate. That's fine.
Nope, I shan't. Do the cubes do the cubes move at a different speed in the right one? Yes, that is correct.
Oh,
The right
sorry.
version moves slower. So nicely done. Coming up later doesn't have dots, that is wrong.
That's me and Al on the
Julius
Kool-Aid.
apostrophe was missing.
That I
Julius
don't know. That was
apostrophe
a
was
punt.
missing.
I couldn't remember. I don't. That's not guaranteed. That's just looking at
Bit
it.
of our drama series from Iri.
Nope.
No, cool.
Okay. Patterman should be on the first page, not the second. That counts as the one Alex has. So the correct and then it should be territory was report. Now territory fertility etc. That is correct. Well done spotting it.
Good
Well, I got
spot.
fucking. I knew there was something wrong with it last time, but obviously I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it, and then this went through. But yes, it's a
Well, in
wrong one
a
later on.
surprising turn of events, at this round, Andy has 12.5, Alex has 7.5, and Jay has 19.
19.
Oh,
Fucking
going
hell,
right off the pensioner.
mate!
Because
you
you
like
got so
first or
many
second
things-
from the second round.
You got no, because he got so many things right at the first round, so there's so many bonus points because of that.
Mm.
Anyways, since it's a shame we cannot do the last level, I'm just gonna play the comparison for you now.
Yeah.
Before tonight's edition of the NNN, there's just time for a look at
Yeah, I
what's coming
noticed
up later
that.
tonight.
Yeah,
on
that was the one. How did you get it when we were like, yeah, I could give you the
Yeah.
answer now.
The next episode of Your
You- you have to do it this round.
Communicating properly and ending up in all kinds of no-co situations. At 7:30, it's movie time with Oh God, It's Triplets, a harrowing drama about a family cursed with financial ruin and emotional collapse after the birth of their unexpectedly large family.
There is something wrong with the fucking logo.
When
I will change it.
the top-selling songs
Look at the
across
right
the
side.
cautionary tale of one
Expect
brave young lady's battles and scenes of to survive inappropriately sexual.
Well, I'll explain that to you later, but that's not the answer.
At 10 p.m., it's time.
No,
for
I mean it's
Julia's
it's
Diary,
oscillating. There's like a
where
color
ever
difference or something.
popular
I can see
Prime
it.
Minister-
There's not something wrong on the right hand side, mate. That's the fucking right one.
Warm fire. Then at
No,
10:30,
as in
it's
the
next
one
episode of
channel
our
on the right-hand
series,
side of the
Betterment,
video.
which
Oh,
takes
sorry,
the
Josh.
inspirational
Yeah, yeah,
story
yeah.
of Emily
Yes.
Dennisworth and the
I'll explain that later.
technicians struggling to help her shed her old habits and adjust to the new future. Strong language and themes of selfishness there, so not one for the kids. Incisors is at 11:15, and Dr. Adrian Atkinson Blimey will be looking back on Liberation Day by talking to several eyewitnesses.
Definitely
and
does
asking,
make a nicer
how
title,
did it all
doesn't
go
it?
so right? The
Mhm.
first territorial weather, fertility and advanced briefing takes us into the daily advanced briefing and pages from Terrytext, now featuring
Oh,
distinct
Daily's
and
missing.
simultaneous colours. What a time to be alive.
You haven't played this game, what have you done?
First, time to put on our reading glasses as we go over to Megan and the team.
Has
at
that
the
already been
NNN.
said?
No, you have to type
Good
it.
evening and welcome to the NNN.
I thought you said we weren't doing the last round.
Yeah, I thought. To be fair, I thought we said we were just gonna put it on because
I
we weren't
thought we
actually doing
were.
it.
Bring your daughter to
No, the last level, not the last viewing, the last level. There's supposed to be one more
Oh,
There's
level.
another
that's
one
why I was
after
just
this.
saying a load of stuff because I thought you'd said that we were just
Ah.
watching this for fun because we got have time.
Whoopsies,
Well,
that's honestly my bad. Hopefully none of you
take-
remember that.
I'll take 4 points for that.
I've got some that haven't been said.
Tonight by my foster daughter, Stacey. Say hello, Stacey.
Go yourself.
Oh, cheeky.
Okay, I'm just gonna let's see which one won. Went to boss calls.
Andy's music.
It's a good one.
It is 7 o'clock. I am gonna have to go. I have guests downstairs that have just arrived.
It's a shame.
I don't think I've won.
So remember it
Have
typed.
you done?
Yeah, I can do, but I mean, I was
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
so I've
if
just
you
typed
can-
fuck, it was like,
Submit,
If you can-
submit them and let's see how we got.
Yeah, just submit
Three.
it. You know.
2, 1.
Okay, so that's everyone. Then you got nothing.
I said them all out loud, mate. So I'm all good.
Oh, I didn't pay attention to any of those.
No, you're good. You're good. Score these boys, mate. I haven't done very well this week.
Yeah, it's a shame. Okay, so I'll just stop the music. I'm just gonna play the correct version again. The comparison version again. So you can see.
Before tonight's edition of
Okay, so let's start. No up next and that is correct. So that one. 9:25. 9:15 show has been stopped. Can you explain that to me, please?
I can't remember what I meant. It's the 9:15 show. It isn't there or something. I can't remember what I was typing. But it's the
Okay,
9:15 show that's the problem.
Okay, so
isn't it
sadly we can't.
9:25 or 9:15 or something? I thought we already done that one.
Oh, maybe.
Close.
I think it's because the timing
You'll
has
see.
been changed.
You'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see. NNN is missing. What do you mean NNN is missing?
Up next, NNN doesn't appear on,
Yeah.
only appears on one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that is correct. The scratch is missing. That is already answered by Jay in the previous round.
Fair enough.
A different channel one is fading up than the correct one. So here's the thing. Because of the narration has changed, so the timing of the logo fading also changes.
Yeah.
But if you overlay the videos, and I've tried my best to make the timing as exact as possible.
I believe
So-
you.
You don't believe me?
No, I do
No,
believe
no,
you. I do believe you.
Okay, sorry, apologies for that. So yeah, I tried my best. And okay, no daily advance on daily advance briefing, that is correct. Timing change on my consideration at the end. Yes, that is correct. That is one of the hard ones, so well done. Okay, now next to Andy, daily advance. Okay, once again. Up next, NNN, of course. And the animation, okay, so yeah, that's also the same. So in this one, Andy has 15.5, Alex has 13.5, and Jay has 20. Okay, please give me a moment to tally up the scores. Who do you think won?
I think
I
Jay might have
Al.
swooped in at the end.
Al,
Yeah,
you were solid the whole way through, though.
I
Al
was,
was
but I was
pretty
only about
consistent.
3 points ahead though. Whereas Jay's just got 8 points ahead of me
Yeah.
just there. So I think Jay might have swooped
Mike-
in at the end.
I think it's one of you two, then I think it's Den, then I think it's me. As in, like, you
mate.
two are first and second.
I didn't get any points in that last round. You got 18.
Did you see what I got in the last 2 rounds, Den?
Yeah, mate, you are. I'm 100% bottom. 100%.
I don't
Okay,
think
um,
18 is enough to swing it.
Shall I, okay, let's reveal the scores. In last
Yeah.
place is Dennis with 18.5.
Told you.
Well played, well played.
Yeah.
Third place is Andy with 29.5.
God damn.
Second
Very good.
place, and this is a very close one, Jay, 35.5. And our winner for tonight is Alex with 37 points.
Ooh,
Oh,
two,
one and a
point and a
half
half.
points, isn't it?
Point and a half.
Well played, well played.
Well done, well
Well
done.
done, Alex.
Apologies, I've got to
TJ,
shoot off.
thank you
Well
so
played.
much.
It's okay. It's
See you later,
okay.
Dan. Bye, Dan.
See you later.
Yeah.
Bye,
Goodbye.
goodbye, then. Okay, so as
Thank
the
you.
winner,
What a great game.
of course, you win absolutely nothing.
Yay!
Hey!
Yay!
Hang on.
Maybe a
is
sense
win.
of accomplishment.
You can let everyone else back in the chat now. Hello, everyone. I hope
Yes.
that was entertaining.
I am sorry for alienating you guys, but I had to.
No problem.
Yeah, we would have gotten nasty if there were people in there as well. We would have.
Yeah.
There we go.
Are you wearing
Okay,
a
I
winner's
still have-
rosette?
I think everyone's back. Well done,
Shit.
a little
JJ.
trophy.
Well done, JJ.
Almost finished game of the year.
Yeah.
Yippee. So, what are your guys' thoughts?
That was so
enjoyed it.
good,
That was
man.
so good. Yeah, you put
I-
so much work into that.
Yeah, I cannot believe how much detail you put into every single bit of timing. That must have taken you hours, and everybody else who helped as well. Wow.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it does.
I
I
to
was
everyone.
really,
so
I was
impressive.
really wondering how you were going to do it because, like, what bits of footage you were going to do. But it makes total sense to do a graphic bit like that where you can get the constituent parts and
Oh,
actually
you'd
do
be
it
surprised.
very
You'd be surprised. The last level is time loop default. I'm just
wow.
gonna skim the right version. So yeah, this is the correct version. You won't see what's wrong with it, but yeah, this is supposed to be the last level, which is a shame
Wow.
because we ran out of time.
Yeah.
And this
Maybe
is the
next
hardest
time or
one.
Another time.
Yeah, maybe next time with
Yeah.
17 things wrong.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh yeah, by the way, last round you guys only get. Oh, you guys got 14 out of 16. Oh, sorry. 13 out of 15.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
How did we do community in comparison to you guys?
Yeah, how did
Score-wise?
everybody else do?
Oh,
What did everybody else
I don't have the stair score sadly, but you guys did very well, I have to say.
Okay.
Like extremely
Yeah,
well.
did we do
So,
anyway?
nicely
better?
done.
Better, says Robert Blowsmen. That's good.
Robert Blowsmen. That's fantastic.
Isn't that a great one? That's so good.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a great name.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
That's
So,
not a drag
well
name.
done, everyone. Well done, everyone.
Yeah, well
Thank you so
done,
much
and
for
well
letting me
done.
host this.
Thank you for hosting as well. Not only did you make such an
Yeah.
amazing quiz, but you hosted it and you made the rules and you
Yeah.
you did a great job. Really, really good.
And a big shout out to Anna Vincent who voiced
Yes.
all of
To
those.
the voiceovers, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's an unsung hero that way because most people never listen to the coming up laters.
I
They're
do.
just like, yeah, I put a lot of time into those. I really like them, so that was really nice to hear them.
Also, a side note, do you want to see at least the backup level? At least what is it about?
Yeah, go on then. I have to
Yeah.
go in a minute. If you can
And
show it to us.
finally tonight,
This is from day 371, the first segment.
bail was denied.
This is the right version, so you guys won't see
Then
the
National
anything wrong with
News
it.
anchor Jeremy Donaldson. The presenter
I'm just gonna skim
will be
this.
heading detail carrying Barbie facts.
Jeremy Pop.
Interesting. So you're gonna have done
So,
something
yeah.
to the titles.
Yeah. Well,
Interesting.
who knows? Maybe if you guys have
Potentially.
time again, we can play the last two levels.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Let's
that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do the last two. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, then I guess it's time for you guys to go now. Any closing statements?
Just thank you all. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for all your hard work, DJ, and everybody else who contributed.
And of course, a hearty congratulations to Al as the winner.
Yep.
The one
Next
true
month
winner.
is on July the 7th. That's the next first Monday.
What's the time?
Which is Den's birthday, by the way.
Which is Den's
Oh,
birthday.
lovely
He
timing.
won't be here, will he? Let's face it. I've got a run of the whole play at 7, so we could go 5:30 again till 6:30 because I know that's easier for you, Andy and Al.
Yeah, that time
potentially.
works for me.
Brighton Develop is the next day, so I need to figure out how busy I'm going to be. because I'm driving up the following morning at stupid o'clock. So I need to work out. That's going to be, and I've just come back from a week off, so it's unlikely I'll have a light today. But
Yeah, I'll be
I'll
around.
be there for an hour. Yeah, we can have a nice chat
I'll
for
be
an hour,
there for an
Joe.
hour. Should we do 5:30, Al?
Yeah, lovely stuff.
All right, so 5:30 on July the 7th, maybe with the birthday boy, but I don't think we should force him on his birthday.
No,
Right.
we'll write terrible songs to send to him or something.
We shall indeed, Ree. We shall party in his honour.
Exactly. Well, thank you
Yeah.
all.
Thank you, everyone.
And what a lovely time.
Catch you again
Lovely
soon.
to speak to you
Yeah.
all.
Thanks again, DJ.
Lovely
Yep.
to see you all.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you, DJ.
Bye,
Thank you, everyone.
guys.
Have a nice
Bye-bye.
day. And that is all, folks. Yes, I'm stealing the PC now, Ray. Thank you very much. And thank you so much for joining tonight's dev stream. I hope you have fun. I'm sure this is very different from the other dev stream where you guys usually talk to the devs more often. But I still hope you guys have fun watching them struggle through this. I know I am. But anyways, it's time to end the dev stream now. Have a pleasant day, evening, or night. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.